Okay, so now we're going to do the top of the lantern. So if we can focus down on this. You see how this is kind of beat up, kind of rusty. Now what we could do is we could be very involved in this. You could actually get the bright wheel and you could strip all this, you could put on some enamel, and you could do multiple coatings. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to show you something pretty quick and dirty. It's going to make this look a lot better, and it's going to make it last a lot longer. So what you do is you just take a regular, candle light from the dollar store is fine. Pull the wax out, or the wick out. Just take this and rub the wax really well into this. Okay. Now this still, looks, not so good. I should say that I first, wiped off all the dust right here. But the trick to making this look good is to use this, all right? And you can use propane. I happen to be using MAP gas, which is not propane. It's methylacetylene propadiene. It burns a little bit hotter than propane. I like it because when you're, working with pipes, it heats the pipes up quicker and it smells a little bit better. But the trick is to just heat up this metal. You're going to melt the wax so it's in a nice smooth coating, okay? Just like this. Just like so. So now the wax is melted. Just get a paper towel, wipe around the excess, just kind of rub that in, just like so. Okay. Get rid of the excess out there. Just let this cool. And you don't need a lot. You don't need to put a thick, leave a thick coating of wax in there. In fact, it's better if you don't. If you leave a thick coating of wax on here, when it dries, it's going to be kind of whitish, and it's not going to look very good. What this wax is doing is it's sinking down into all the little cracks and crevices and all the tiny little surface damage on the enamel. It's going to fill that in and make a nice smooth coating, which will do a couple things. First of all, make it nice and smooth and reflective so it'll look a little bit better. Also, it'll make it waterproof so that it'll slow down any kind of rusting, and it just kind of protects the thing in general. So this is still a little bit warm. You may not be able to see it on the camera, but as this cools off, it goes from being a pure liquidy look to being a cool kind of uniform look. All right, so this is cool to the touch now. Just keep that polished up. So this is a treated side, that's an untreated side. Treated and untreated. So let's just hold off. You can go ahead and pause for a second. I'll treat all the other sides. We can actually just keep it going. And we can do the whole thing all at once. So we did one side here. These candles, you can buy a bag of 100 of them for $5 or something. They're really cheap at the dollar store. This is not a very high quality candle. You don't really need to worry about that. For these purposes, you don't need to go to, Bed Bath & Beyond or anything. Okay. Since this is so easy to start, I have one of these auto starters as opposed to the old sparkers. I find it's well worth spending a couple of bucks and getting one of those. It makes it really easy to use. Wipe off the excess wax. Push that in. Spread that around. All right. Now, a quick and dirty little trick like this is not going to make this look like new, but for 5 minutes work, it's not bad. And now, all we have to do is take the solar cell that we fixed earlier, put this guy back up in here, set the screw back in place. This is ready to go back out in the yard. Thanks.